If an employer is only spending 6 to 10 seconds looking at your resume the first time, it's important that what they want to see jumps out at them. And so that's where having a well-designed and well-organized resume can really work to your benefit. Let's look at your section headings. You're going to have several sections in your resume. Your first one is going to be your professional summary or your summary of skills, whatever you want to call it. Your second section is probably going to be your education, followed by your work experience. This isn't the case in every resume, and everybody will want to take kind of a customized, targeted approach based on their past experience, but this is a fairly standard layout. So to emphasize your section headings, you can use a variety of different tactics, including bolding, underlining, all caps, a slightly different type of font that still looks professional, even some underlining, some color. This one here is just a standard 16-point Calibri font, which is written in all caps and then is bolded and underlined. It's pretty simple. It doesn't require a lot of design prowess or know-how. Just remember, if you're going to make this section heading 16-point Calibri font, all caps, bolded and underlined, then you're going to want to make every section heading the same. For the subsections down below, you're not going to use all this same emphasis, but you will want things like Centennial College or your diploma program to stand out. This particular font is a different type of font. It is called Franklin Gothic Demi, and it lends a bit of a different design look to your resume. Just make sure if you decide to use a different, more stylish type of font for your section headings, that's okay, as long as you ensure you change it back to a common business type font, or you might say a boring font for the main parts of your text. You certainly wouldn't want to write your entire resume in this font. Down below in the next section, this one again is Calibri 18-point bolded, this time without the capitalization or the underline. Instead, I've added a shape here and colored it in purple to create a little bit of color and distinction to help your resume stand out rather from the crowd. Color can be a great way to do this, and particularly if an employer is looking at hundreds of black and white resumes every day, a little tiny bit of color can help distinguish you from others. I would recommend that you use it sparingly and use it on emphasis items like bullet points, underlines like this, or icons if you choose to include them, and certainly don't use color in the actual main body font or text of your resume. To know how to do that, I'll just show you. If, let's say, your next section was work experience, if we were continuing on, again, we want to make sure that the work experience title is the same size, style, and emphasis as the education title. I think that's right, 18-point Calibri bolded. If you hit your Enter key to take you down one space, then you go to Insert, Shape, and you just pick the boring straight line and click and drag. Now you want to make sure by using your ruler that the lines are the same length as each other and the same style and color. So this one we're going to hover over and then right click, and that will allow us to change the style and the color of the line. So if we click here on Outline, we'll want to make it purple to match the one above it, and we'll want to change the weight. They should be a little thicker than your standard type of font. And there we go, this one is 2 1/4. And once you've done that, then you would start with your jobs and your bullet points down below. So it's up to you how to choose emphasis to make your resume parts and components stand out. These are a few tips for how to do it. Whatever you choose, just make sure you're being consistent. And I've just noticed, I think my work experience title somehow got changed to 16, so it's smaller than the one above it. So you do need a keen eye to make sure that your components are consistent throughout.